Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of the Greasy Geesies.
We are back, y'all.
We're back, fucking back in black.
And hit the sack.
Hit the sack. If you'll excuse me, I didn't get a chance to do my vocal warm-ups before we hit record, so I'm gonna do that a little bit now. I got lockjaw from slop jobs.
It's so funny.
Lockjaw from slop jobs. I give out slop jobs, and I got lockjaw from it.
I don't know. You give out slop jobs. Dude, how much do you charge for a good old sloppy jobby?
If you gotta ask, you can't afford it.
Oh.
All right, I think I'm good.
You think you're good now?
Yeah. All right, well then let's just get right into it then.
All right.
So 2 weeks ago, we dropped episode 1.
Yeah, we dropped episode 1.
We were happy, actually, with the amount of downloads we got. We think it went pretty well.
We got 21 downloads.
22, I think.
22, and we got 19 or 20 views on YouTube. I'm sure that all the people that we knew and us ourselves, because we went back and listened to it for.
Yeah, I went back and listened to it a couple times.
Just to hear what we sound like and give ourselves tips and what not to do.
Yeah. We did hear back from some people. We had a little bit of audio quality issues, which we expected. So we did find out how to get 2 microphones to work, but we're recording in a little bit of a different area today, so it might be a little echoey. So again, just be patient with us. We are trying to get everything, worked out. So it might just take us some time, but eventually we'll get it all figured out. We were looking at our stats from our downloads last week, and someone listened from France.
Oh, yeah, but I wonder how long they listened for, because I don't know if English is a second language in France. They teach that in school like some other countries do. Yeah, I'll say all of English, because English is I don't want to say dominant language, but a lot of people trade with the U.S., so a lot of countries do have their kids or their students learn English.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it was somebody from France. It just means they were in France when they downloaded it, right?
Fair. That's a good point.
So it could be someone. It could be someone from America or an English speaker in general that is listening in France. If you are the viewer, if you're the listener who tuned in from France,
give us a shout out.
Yeah. For one, shout out to you. For 2, email us or get with us on social media and talk to us. Let us know whether or not you are a Frenchman, whether or not you have a good French laugh. Like a
Pierre Escargot laugh.
Yeah, Pierre Escargot. My favorite kind of laugh. Oh!
And also, you tell us if you were at the Eiffel Tower or not when you were watching our video.
Oh my god, if you were at the Eiffel Tower, like at the top, probably considering jumping off because you were listening to this bullshit.
You can't go to the top.
Okay, well, if he made it to the top because he was considering jumping off because he was listening to our pod.
Do you know the guy that built that used to live at the top?
No.
Yeah, the guy that built the Eiffel Tower had an apartment on top of the Eiffel Tower.
An apartment?
Yeah, like an apartment. He lived up there. That's where his room was at. But then they closed it down, obviously, because he died. And
did he jump off the top?
I don't believe he jumped off the top.
I wish he did.
That is kind of dark. And it's been 100 years or something since it was built anyway. So he's been dead.
It's been over 100 years, and I know that because I did a lot of research into the Chicago World Fair, and the reason why they made the Ferris wheel, for one, is to compete with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, but that Tower's
architecturally,
which is good, but the Eiffel Tower seems way more architecturally better, more advanced, because it's a tower. It's a spinning wheel. Not that spinning wheel doesn't take a lot of engineering.
The Ferris wheel was freaking cool. Also, it was the same time H.H. Holmes was killing a bunch of people. That's actually the real reason why I did the research under the Chicago World Fair. But
always with serial killers with you, man. Always serial killers.
I was just about to say, at some point, I do plan on doing a big segment on serial killers. So stay tuned for that. All you true crime
having
buffs.
Nightmares.
Possibly.
Yeah, you're not gonna have nightmares because she can go days, and I mean days, on probably on Jack the Ripper alone.
Oh, I love Jack the Ripper. I don't love him.
She loves him.
Yeah,
we all know that. She
has
a hard on for him.
She got a vag boner.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I don't know what it means. But Jack the Ripper is fucking cool. H.H. Holmes is actually my favorite though. Yes. H.H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper, I actually believe they're the same person. But again, I'll get into that on another episode.
Did they go out? Were they killing people at the same time?
No. Jack the Ripper he killed people in London, and then within like a few years later, H.H. Holmes started his thing, and there are a bunch of similarities.
I was about to ask you, they had like the same kind of like MO. Like, no, I know he was like cutting people open and taking out organs and stuff like that. Because he was supposedly a doctor, a surgeon before.
He was a doctor.
He was a doctor.
Yeah. So the Jack the Ripper, because I said yeah, and I was waiting for you to respond. The Jack the Ripper murders were done very quickly, and they were done in like alleyways
at nighttime,
at night, and like very like wee hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm. Plus, UK is famous for their fog.
Yes. So Jack the Ripper murders were done very quickly. They were done in alleyways, and it is believed that if it was H.H. Holmes, like, he learned what he wanted to do and found a way to come back home to America and do it in a better way.
Right.
So he built his murder castle where he could bring people in and he could kill them at his own leisure, and he wouldn't have to worry about,
getting caught and stuff like that. Like being in the middle of the street at nighttime, get caught by the police or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, because they did like 10, 15-minute rounds, stuff like that. So he had to do it very quickly to not get caught, and which he obviously did. So the belief is that H.H. Holmes came home, built his murder castle, and basically perfected what he had done over in London.
Perfected his art of killing prostitutes?
He killed prostitutes in London. Jack the Ripper killed prostitutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
but Jack the Ripper Holmes is the same person.
He killed prostitutes at first, but H.H. Holmes didn't kill prostitutes. He took advantage of women who were traveling to Chicago for the World Fair. So he turned his murder castle into a hotel, and people would come in and stay, and then he'd basically kill them while they were staying there. That's just some of his murders. I could literally go. This whole podcast could turn into Jack the Ripper and H.H. Holmes.
I think it's crazy to think about how like there weren't how easy it was to get away with murder 100-something years ago, because there was no DNA evidence, there was no fingerprinting.
Right.
Like, you could literally like kill someone with a knife and throw a knife in the freaking river, and no one know the difference of what happened. Like, you could just like kill anybody. I'm surprised the human race has lasted this long, because you just go murder anybody.
Yeah.
And if you were just like I said, at nighttime or in some alleyway, kill whoever you wanted to, and
yeah, as long as you fucking moved fast enough, you could get away, and no one could know.
Like, it's so crazy to think about.
So also, not only could you kill people and get away with it, but think of how easy it was for people to be wrongly convicted.
Oh yeah,
and then you're not even sitting in a jail cell until someone can convince someone else you're free. You just get fucking killed by like a firing squad or whatever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the guillotine. The last time the guillotine was used was in, I believe, in the early 1970s in France.
Dude,
the 1970s.
Hey, guy from France. Do you remember that?
Do you imagine going?
Were you alive?
Could you imagine listening to Led Zeppelin and walking through the square in France?
I think I have a Led Zeppelin shirt on right now.
Do you? I have a Pink Floyd. on.
I do.
I have a Pink Floyd one on too. Yeah. Could you imagine just walking through a square in France,
just listening,
and just walks in, there's some dude getting beheaded in the fucking square. Like, hey, what's up, y'all? Whing!
Especially listening to Zeppelin.
Yeah, dude.
At the same time.
Yeah. What albums are out?
Fucking.
Just listen to stuff.
Just fucking Stairway to Heaven.
Was that out yet in 73?
I don't know. We could look. I've got all my vinyls out there.
It's true. So I know the last record was like 7. I think was it Coda their last time or Into the Afterlife?
Coda was the
79.
the last one.
I think it was 78, 79 because then John Bonham died.
I actually saw the Led Zeppelin Experience. I don't think they're called that anymore. I think they had to change their name to like the Led Zeppelin Evening or something like that. Has Bonham's son.
Yes.
And I saw them at
Jason Bonham. What's his name?
I think it might be Jason.
Jason. Okay.
I saw them at Riverbend a couple years ago with Cheap Trick and Foreigner. It was Foreigner's 40th anniversary. Foreigner was my favorite band growing up, and then I got older. And,
did you get older?
Did you grow? Believe it or not, I got a little bit older.
Not so young?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I know. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe I ever got older. And then I discovered Zeppelin, and Zeppelin quickly became...
Discovered it like they were on the radio
my
beforehand.
favorite. So anyway, guy from France. First of all, follow us on social media because I want to see.
If you're actually French or not.
Yeah, I want to see if you're a Frenchman
or if just an American just visiting France at this time. Which I don't know if that's you're allowed to because it's the
quarantine.
Because of COVID and such. So I don't know if you're allowed to travel
Maybe he got stuck over there.
Yeah, I wonder how that works. If you got stuck there, tell us how. That'd be different.
That would be different.
So in other news,
want to go with my weird news?
Yes. Let's do with your weird news.
Weird news. So I found a couple things. I'm going to save my favorite one for last, and that's going to be hopefully a new segment that we're going to do. There was a man from North Carolina that hit 2 deer in his new car and then won $2 million on the lottery the next morning.
Hot garbage, dude.
Like, brand new car, hit 2 deer, number one, and it wasn't like at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From what I understood, it was not at the same time. He hit 2 deer in one night in his new car, and then he was like, fuck this, I'm going home, going to bed. Woke up the next morning, checked his lottery ticket, and had won $2 million fucking dollars.
I need to hit deer more often, apparently.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna kill all the deer.
Don't kill a deer, dude.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Bambi, dude. Bambi's mom already got shot, okay?
Dude, I haven't watched that shit in so long.
Yeah, it's fucking sad.
It is sad. One of my next stories is the San Antonio Zoo is offering to name a cockroach or a rat after your ex before they feed it to larger animals for Valentine's Day. It only costs $5 to name a cockroach and $25 to name a rat after your ex at the zoo.
That's crazy, because there's something like that with, like, you can, like, I forget what it's called, but you can go to a website and name a star after somebody. Because a lot of stars just have an XJ, hyphen, and a bunch of numbers or letters. But you actually go there and have a star named after somebody that you know, and I thought that'd be really cool. Which kind of ties into having a cockroach or mouse, rat, whatever you call it.
Rat.
Mouse or rat. Well, I'm sure they have both. And feed them to just snakes and stuff. And
it's cool because then you're supporting the zoo as well. And you're doing it in small increments, like $5 or $25. They have a varmint. I don't know how do you say that. Is that how you say it? Vermint? Vermint? Varmint?
Varmint?
Yeah, but damn varmint.
Vermin.
But what is plural?
Vermin.
Oh. Well, then what's one?
A vermin.
Fuck.
I think it's just like deer and deer. I mean, deers is a word, but deer.
Like moose and meese.
Yeah, moose. Moose is just moose.
I know.
Singular and plural.
That was the joke.
It's just like Jedi, you know what I'm saying?
What about goose and geese?
It's different.
Anyway.
But before you go to the next topic, the next news story, was this naming a vermin or cockroach really give you any like closure? Like, oh, fuck that bitch or fuck that dude, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put a name on a goddamn mice and I'm gonna feed it to an animal in the zoo. Like, does that really change how you feel about that? It's not
gonna change how you feel, but you're probably gonna feel a little bit better.
You think so? I don't know. Because
I don't know. My ex is an asshole. If I paid them, I would rather just give the money. I'd just give the zoo the money.
Well, yeah.
It's only $5 or $25.
I think it's weird that we pay money to enter the zoo when they took those animals anyway.
I could go on about this.
But we won't, because I'll be a fucking forever.
Yes.
Next time.
Yes, we will talk about my view on zoos next time. You
just love animals.
I do love animals.
Until they're right up on her and the tiger's trying to eat your ass.
I am not into bestiality, folks. I do not want that tiger to eat my ass.
I didn't mean that way.
That's how he meant it.
I mean eat
He said, bitch, you want that tiger to eat you?
I hope you fall into a tiger and then get eaten. Wow. Like, I'm like, yeah, get her.
Wow.
Get that bitch.
What a dick. But,
you brought it up.
Since we're talking about large animals, there is going to be a Bigfoot hunting season in Oklahoma.
Oh my god, I hate on Bigfoot, dude.
But here's the thing. The governor, whoever it was that was proposing it, said, we just want to reiterate that we're not going to kill Bigfoot. We just want to hunt him.
What are you hunting him for? To find him and then kill him? Or just
No, they don't want to kill him.
I just want to find him.
They just said they want to promote the natural beauty and they want people to get out there. And if they happen to find Bigfoot while they're out there, then,
Dude, there's just you'd have to have everybody on Earth searching for this thing, because if they still do exist, which I don't know if they do, they might. I'm sure they'd be hard to miss, but like they know what they're doing in
they
their
don't.
environment.
They
like,
don't want to be found.
Yeah, they don't want to be found. Like if they stay alive this long, they don't want to be found.
Here was
they know how to camouflage and hide. Like
yeah.
I remember the movie Harry and the Hendersons. Have you seen that?
I've never seen it.
Well, anyway,
I know what it is. But
well, they meet Bigfoot. And it's got John Lithgow, whatever.
I like John Lithgow.
And at the end, but they have him in the house, and they hit him and think it's a bear, and they bring it home, and it's actually Bigfoot. So they're like, oh, he's cool, this and the other, and then he becomes part of the family. Well, at the end, they let him go into the woods. So he walks in the woods, and so he's there like, oh, this Bigfoot just come out of nowhere. Like they blend with they blend with the environment so well they just move, and then all of a sudden they're there. It's so bizarre how crazy they can just blend into the environment if they do exist.
Here was my favorite part of the entire article. They were talking about how the Oklahoma governor or whatever says we don't want to kill Bigfoot, blah blah blah. But then the article said, however, he might want to avoid Texas. The Lone Star states laws allow hunters to bag a Bigfoot on site.
So you're telling them to avoid Texas, what you're saying.
Yeah, Bigfoot needs to avoid Texas.
Well, if Bigfoot can understand the human language and listens to podcasts with their electronic devices / rocks, then they might be able to know not to avoid Texas. And
watch out, Bigfoot! Don't go to Texas. They can bag you on site.
Oh, they'll teabag you too.
Teabag on site. That's exactly what their laws say.
Bag them and tag them. That's just
B them and T them.
But you should
T them and B them.
But they do find Bigfoot. Like that would be such a huge.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be like Loch Ness, dude. That would be a huge discovery for.
Let's go find Nessie.
Dude, I'm not gonna go find Nessie. I'm not gonna go all the way to freaking Scotland or the hell it is, Ireland.
I want to go to Scotland so bad.
And why? So you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna say anything, so I'm gonna offend Scottish viewers.
We don't have any Scottish viewers.
Yeah, but we might never know. But yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Just castles and shit. It'd be weird to go see a castle, like to go like Europe and like see old castle ruins and just like wow, like this existed at one point in time in the world that people had castles and because you don't see that stuff here in America because America's such a young country. Like there are no castles. There are like I was thinking about how many other countries have so much history.
Yeah, and we just got we killed all the fucking Native Americans.
Yeah, so we
stole their fucking land because we're fucking assholes.
What Christopher Columbus discovered.
Discovered a land that people were already fucking on.
But there's not that much like I want to say Aztec stuff, but there's like all those artifacts stuff are gone because they've been sold, destroyed. Same with the Native Americans, like all their stuff's like there's not that much left.
Right.
But like when we came here, well, not we, but the Spanish in the 1400s came.
The Spaniards. The goddamn Spaniards.
The goddamn Christopher Columbus, and he founded America. That's all 500 years of history for Americans alone before it became American.
That's insane. It's insane.
But then you go to the fifth, like
we're like babies.
Japan or Europe has been, thousands of years. Like that is ridiculous. Thing about that.
It's ridiculous.
People in Europe have been there for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years, dude. Even the Greeks.
The Greeks and the Romans.
The Greeks and the Romans, man, the most. I'm gonna say culturally, but scientifically, that's what I'm looking for. God damn it. Most advanced Western civilizations were the Greeks and the Romans, and just how, like, the alphabet came from the Greeks. The alphabet we use today is based on the Greek alphabet.
Today.
TD. Is based on the Greek alphabet, and that's been, 2,000 plus years.
That's insane.
Like, I would love to go to Greece and go see, the gates of Thermopylae where 300 was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 300, like, that place still exists. Like, it'd be crazy to go sit there and be like, wow, that's where that battle took place.
Right.
2,300 years ago.
I love shit like that, where things aren't necessarily 100% proven. We got, like, the Battle of Troy. The city of Troy. But, like, they have found certain artifacts in hidden cities and shit like that they believe that either this was the...
I think Troy was an actual place. I think it's just the story of the battle there.
Right.
So that's where Romulus and Remus come from, who built Rome.
Right. But I took however many years of Latin I took, and we did. Well, I don't remember a lot, but it does help me like when I'm trying to figure out a word that I don't know, because I will remember some of the
roots.
Yeah, and so a lot of, especially like medical terms, are all like Latin based. So that knowledge has helped me a lot, but I can't sit here and translate for you anymore. I used to be able to translate like crazy. We learned a lot about Roman history in that class, and I loved it. We did a lot of mythology stuff, and I know we've talked about we would like to do some stuff on mythology, so we'll probably dive into that in another episode. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. That's about it. That's all I got, really. I really liked learning about that. And
how do we get from
Hail Caesar?
Bigfoot. Hail Caesar. How do you get from Bigfoot to history?
I don't know, but here's my my last piece of
oh, here we go. Sorry.
my last piece of news, and we're gonna start calling this Goose News. And I'm hoping
it's about to get real, folks.
hoping that
Pooping.
I'm hoping and poping. Hoping and hoping and poping and poking.
I'm gonna get your Pope hat.
Dude, I would not look good in a Pope hat.
I don't think you look good in any hat, but go on.
Wow! Thanks.
Dude, you don't have a hat head, bro. It just doesn't work. Unless it's like a beanie or like a beanie.
Just a beanie.
What do you go to
really.
call it? The sheet wear during the winter. I don't know what those are called. Toboggan, I guess.
Yeah. I guess it's the same thing. Is there a difference between a beanie and a toboggan?
I thought beanies were like this, like the ones you wore like the late 90s, like Taz, like just
like
super short. They just came out like right here. Yeah,
should I wear
here, and then it's like this doesn't even fucking cover my ears, you
beanie
dicks.
versus toboggan. We're gonna look it up right now. Toboggan is a what?
You didn't look up the sled, did you? I think a sled's also called a toboggan.
Yeah, well, this says toboggan is a long sled without runners, with the front end curled upwards, which may be pulled across snow by a cord, or used to coast down hills, while beanie is a cap that fits the head closely, usually knitted from wool. Okay,
then maybe I just... But I've always heard them called toboggans, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. Have you heard them called toboggans?
Yeah.
Like beanies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's a difference. I think it's talking about, for some reason... Okay, knit cap.
Knit cap, there you go, knit cap. That's
this article is about the knit cap, also known as the beanie toboggan, or what the fuck is that? A toque?
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 It's just a Tuque, and then there's another one, Touque.
Sounds like toque. Toque up, man.
Get a fucking toque. Fucking toque up. Toque up. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, back to Goose News. Hopefully this will be a returning segment. So, apparently this week, there were Michigan firefighters that received a call for an injured goose in the middle of a frozen river. So, these motherfuckers...
Who called these people? There's a goose in the middle of a fucking lake.
It's frozen, you know? And they're injured. I don't know how the hell they could tell that the goose was injured.
It was honking in a specific pattern.
No, that's the best part. There's no way it was honking, because they made it all the way out there, attempted this dangerous rescue on ice, and all of their gear, got all the way out there, and then found out it was a fucking hunting decoy.
But those guys were pissed.
So it was fake. There was definitely no honking. So I don't know. I wonder if someone called it in as a joke.
It could have been, but like, it sounds like a joke, because how'd you know it's injured? It's just sitting there.
Exactly. Like I said, it definitely wasn't honking. If that thing was honking...
If it was sitting there doing nothing, then you probably assume it's frozen. Then it's kind of too late to help it if it's frozen already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if it was me, I'd probably just go out there and try to help it myself.
Yeah, and then you'd probably fall through the fucking...
And I'd probably die.
Yeah, you'd probably freeze.
I would die. I would die for a goose.
Sounds about right. That sounds like something you'd die for. That sounds like a very noble way to die.
Not like people, but definitely a goose.
I mean, people.
I wouldn't die for a lot of people. I'm not going to jump in front of a bullet for a stranger.
Well, I hope you don't,
even half the time.
Because the bullet's probably going to go through you and then kill the other person. So it's just kill two people. You fucking jackass. I'm going to take a bullet for you. No, that's not how that works.
I don't know.
You have to push them out of the way.
I watch a lot of movies. Okay, it always works in the movies.
Yeah, life ain't like a movie. You know what I'm saying? I was looking
My
about
life
that
is
today.
like a shitty movie.
I was looking about that today. What saloons and shit, and then like the Old West.
Saloons.
Everybody's getting saloons. Everybody's just like fighting and shooting. That's not how it was back in the day.
Well, I don't want to know that. I like that. I like to think
it's good
that's
for
how
movies.
it is.
Yeah, but it wasn't, because I'd be fucking dead.
I like to think
dead.
the Old West is just a fucking shit show. I just like to think of everyone
West, dude.
Draw, motherfucker!
Like, fuck, let's have a drink.
I like to think of everything like Wild Wild West, like the Will Smith movie.
Yeah. Wow, West.
And fucking Cisco.
Cisco's in that?
Cisco's in the song.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Cisco
Is
sings
he
the
about
song.
thongs?
Yeah, he's like, with that thong in the Wild Wild West. Imagine wearing a thong up your fucking, those dresses that they wore. No,
they probably didn't wear anything on the dresses that they wore, except for
a metal cage, so to make the dress go
I think
out.
there were a lot of ladies of the evening in them days, and they were just.
Oh, they weren't of the evening. They were just literally just in a building, and everyone just came and got their fuck on.
They were just getting their fuck on.
Everyone was just sucking and fucking. Everyone was getting tinkled in their binkle.
Oh yeah, they're getting the Mapple Bapples.
The T and the B.
They're getting the A and A. They probably were. Dude. There's a lot of disease going on them days. I don't know how people. I still don't know how humans have survived the shit that we've been through.
I can't remember who it was. I was just telling somebody about the clap the other day, like why it was called the clap.
Did you say you have to smash your dick with 2 books or something like that?
Yeah, the fucking clap, and then all the pus and shit would come out.
And then your dick would be ruined for. You think it would be like.
Then you got a broke ass dick.
You might as well just fucking chop it off at that point, like because. It's like that's how they do with ganglia and like cysts on your wrist. They just whap with a book and make it go away, and that's not really a good way to do it. Like medically proven, not a good way to do it. But it still comes back too. My dad had ganglia in his fucking in his wrist. That's the big bump. It didn't bother him or anything, but then he just wanted to go get it removed surgically, and then years later it started coming back again. So it's like a reoccurring thing, kind of like the clap.
Like the clap. Everything always comes back to the clap.
Isn't the clap gonorrhea though?
I think so. Yeah.
It's not like chlamydia.
It's the gone.
The gone kind of sounds like some fucking
pad
Thai food or some shit.
I got the gone.
The sizzling walk. Yeah, give me number 4.
The sizzling walk.
You're not 4.
I got that sizzling walk.
It's like Mugu Guy Pan. The shrimp lo mein yo. All that gone.
You should know before we do this. I got that gone. What? Before I tinkle in your binkle, you should know. I got that gone clap.
Tinkle in your binkle sounds like you're pissing something. That's just gross as fuck. Hey girl,
let me tea in your bean.
You like piss? Good.
Something about the
tinkle your binkle, girl. Your binkle's about to get tinkled. Get tinkled on.
Get that bink tink. That tink bink.
Sounds like it's like bing ding 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 ding.
Sounds like a fucking Teletubby. What the hell were their names? What were the Teletubbies? I never watched the Teletubbies.
It was on, but I never watched I probably watched.
I swear it was like Tinky and Binky and.
I watched that so long, dude. I never watched Barney. I was like Barney is just the most annoyingest thing ever.
Teletubbies. I loved Barney when I was a kid.
Did you?
Just so you know, Teletubbies got a 3.7 out of 10.
Well, yeah, it's fucking stupid. I think it was filmed in the UK or in Europe.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Poe.
There's 5 of them. There's only 4.
No, Tinky Winky is one name.
Oh, Tinky Winky. My Tinky Winky is hurting.
The Tinky. You should get that checked out.
It's a clap.
It's that gone. Tinky Winky. Oh, and the Sun Baby. That Sun Baby is creepy as shit. Fucking Teletubbies. There were 485 episodes of the Teletubbies. But yeah, I watched a lot of Barney.
Speaking of Teletubbies,
as a young tot,
the kid, the Sun Baby was just the weirdest thing ever. Just they look like, oh, the baby's the sun, all giggling and crap.
It was creepy as shit. Like I still have nightmares of the Sun Baby.
Do you for real? Or are you just fucking with me?
No, I'm just fucking with you. I have nightmares about serial killers. You know that.
You have a lot of nightmares. I have a lot of nightmares too, like that. Me stabbing that dude, that chick in the back with that sword. That wasn't a nightmare. It was just strange.
You do have a lot of strange dreams.
Dude, I can't help it, dude. I just wake up and I was like, yeah, that was bizarre. Like the other day, I was leaving my house.
Oh, here we go.
I was leaving my house. I was walking up the road, and there was just a bunch of like Joey from Friends, and there was a bunch of them.
This is a dream, right?
Yeah, this is a dream. This is a dream.
I thought this was real for a second.
And I was walking to town. There was a bunch of people there dressed up as Joey from Friends, and they were just jumping around like that, bopping into it, like almost like a mosh. And then so I joined in, just being stupid. So I joined it for a little bit, and then I left. And then as I'm walking away, I see the real Joey, Matt LeBlanc, walk up and start fucking jumping in with these guys. And it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like
in this dream.
Like a fucking flash mob?
Yeah. It was just funny. It was hilarious. And I woke up. So bizarre, man. I swear. My dreams just like, they just go.
They just go. You do have a lot of weird. I love it. I love it. Whenever I come into work and you're like, I had a weird dream. I'm like, yes, fucking tell me all about it. Because they're always weird as shit.
They are, dude. My mind is wandering.
Mine just are really stupid. Mine are always just
I don't think you ever told me any of your dreams.
Have I? Have I not?
I'm thinking not. Because you told me you don't dream.
I don't dream. I don't remember a lot of my dreams. But I had a reoccurring nightmare when I was a kid.
Those are the worst.
Oh, man, it was so bad. I can't remember how many times it happened. But it was enough that I fucking remember it. I had this nightmare that my brother fucking killed me by shoving worms down my throat and then didn't come to my funeral.
That's kind of fucked.
And it wasn't like he was in jail. Like, he just didn't come to my
He
funeral.
said, I hate her, I killed her, so I'm not coming to her. Well, I
Fucking
mean,
see ya, bitch.
I probably wouldn't come to a person. If I kill somebody, I probably wouldn't go to their funeral either. So, I mean, I don't blame
It
him.
depends on if you want to keep up appearances. If everyone knows that he killed me, then he would have been in jail or in fucking juvie or something at that point. But if no one knew, then he would have to keep up appearances and be at my funeral. He would have looked suspicious.
Yeah, or maybe he was just busy, tinkling the binkle,
Or maybe, like, since I was, like, 6 years old, I just didn't think about shit like that. And I was just like, he killed me. He's not at my funeral. And that was about it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was reading an interesting article today about the people or scientists talking about trying to upload a person's mind to a, I guess, robot or have an artificial brain. And they were talking about how it's so hard to do because your brain has about 86 million neurons.
Jesus.
So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And so, like, the brain is so complex, it's hard to actually know, like, what exactly you're going to be transferring into this artificial brain. And not only that, but you have to transfer your thoughts, feelings, memories, intellect, cognition, fears, hopes, dreams, etc. So somehow you're going to upload all that into a robot too, because your brain isn't just the neurons. There's
all the tiny little pieces that make it what it is.
Well, that too, but there's so much around it. Like, you have like chemicals in your brain that make you do stuff. So they're going about that and how not only that, but like the data storage is another problem because your brain can store somewhere between 1 and 2,500 terabytes of data.
Yeah, there's not a cloud for that, is it? There's not like a cloud storage for your brain.
Yeah.
Can I buy more storage from Google?
Well, and that kind of data, it'd be something like one of the biggest supercomputers in the world, which would be, there's one called Titan, which will be able to handle that. But that's a massive supercomputer. Like, that's not just like it's not just a little thumb drive. That's like a whole computer in a room to have that much memory space just for one brain.
Dude, brains are fucking amazing. That's why I still want my brain when I become a cyborg.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have it.
I just want cybernetic enhancements. That's all I want. Guys, you don't understand. How often do I talk about wanting to be a cyborg?
All the time.
It's constant.
It is constant. All the time. Like, you just...
If you know me, you know I want to be a cyborg. Because I make sure you know it.
I don't think it'll ever happen, but good luck.
I don't know, man. Got a few more years.
Well, yeah, maybe. If you make it that far.
Probably not.
Die in some stupid way.
Probably. Saving a goose from a pond.
You're probably stepping goose shit and slipping.
Fucking bust my skull open. Probably. That's my fucking luck.
There are AIs out there that do what humans do. Because you're an AI, so artificial intelligence. But even then, those are just...
What do you mean by, like, what humans do?
Like, what AIs, like, in video games, and, like, they have, like, the Google robot. And they've seen that, like, on Facebook or stuff, where it has, like, a Google that learns, like, oh, we put this into an AI, and it created...
Oh, my God. It was like, we made a fucking bot watch 10,000 episodes of Bob Ross, and then it created its own episode, kind of thing. That. Those are always so fucked up, and they're so funny.
They are. Those ones that they have, like, AI, Google make AI, like the AI serial killer. They put all this information into them. But even though they can learn on their own without humans, like, they're still just mimics, or they're just, inferior beings to us because...
They don't have all the...
Yeah, well, because it takes so much power. It takes a mind-boggling amount of power to do that, to process all that stuff. And it takes hours for a supercomputer to process that stuff, where it takes a brain seconds to do it.
Right.
Because our brains are just so advanced. So they're going to say it's not going to be in the near future, but if they do, it's going to take a lot of engineering and bioengineering and stuff to get this to happen, because there's so much going on in your brain.
But think about how far we've come in just the last, like, 10, 20,
30
years. Yeah, 30, 40, 50, 60,
6,000.
And how far we've come, like, with technology.
From the primordial pools.
Look at how far we've come.
I know, 2 or 3 inches.
I don't know. I don't usually measure. Like, came right out the balls.
That's the last episode. Don't bring that shit up. Don't talk shit about coming out the balls.
Go back and watch it.
But yeah, I just thought that was crazy, and they made a quote, which was any way you look at it, all information that a person accumulates in a lifetime is just a drop in a bucket. So,
first off, I really like that quote.
Well, it's from the movie Ghost in the Shell. Not the remade one with Scarlett Johansson, but the original anime one from 1995. It's a good movie. It deals with cybernetics and cyborgs and whatnot. So if you're an anime and you're looking for a nice 90s anime movie and series, which is a lot of them for Ghost in the Shell, check it out.
Oh,
not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I haven't said that yet this episode. So my question is this something that you can just like, is their goal copying somebody's mind into a computer, or is it like, this person is dead, let's upload everything? Do you know? Or is it just like copying
Well, I think
it?
they're just trying to transfer, take everything out of one into the other. But I guess copy, because I don't know if you can just transfer everything.
But if they're dead?
Well, if they're dead, then your brain's not working anyway.
But they could keep their brain.
That's true, but I don't think your brain works when there's no blood to it. So just be an empty brain. I don't know how that works. So it's kind of like,
What if you're like gonna pull somebody off the plug? Like, would you transfer everything in their brain over and then pull the plug?
I guess you would.
You could do that.
Yeah, but I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, when they transfer stuff, does everything in their brain become nothing?
Is this how we're gonna make clones?
I mean,
We could basically transfer someone's entire brain over into a computer and then use that to basically make an artificial version of that person.
or make clones and just swap the brain out for another one.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because that's something, I guess, if you make a clone of yourself, will have the same intellect as you and thoughts and feelings. Will be just a complete different entity in its own. So what I would say is make a clone body, then obviously to transport one brain to the other. But I don't know if you can. But no one's has done brain transplants yet. I don't think, because it's so many nerves and neurons and
Right.
all. I don't think it'd be impossible to connect without more, I guess, technology to let us be able to do something like that.
I just think I like the idea of like taking a dead person's brain and just uploading
Throwing
it.
it.
I was gonna say throwing all the info onto a computer, and then you could just like click through all of their fucking life experiences.
That'd be bizarre, like all the memories and stuff. Yeah,
And you could just like watch them on the computer, like
so,
out
so
of their
long,
eyes.
That'd be so long.
Well, maybe not for everybody. Like, for example,
lifetime,
Yeah, but you can fast forward through that shit you don't want to see.
which is probably a lot.
I'm not gonna
stuff.
fucking fast. I'm gonna fast forward through all the boring shit, you know. And it might not be too long for everybody. Some people die young. For example, Dustin Diamond died today.
Yeah, but he was like 40 something.
He was 44.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, that's a lot lower than the.
He saw a lot of shit on the
He
set.
did, dude. He went fucking crazy too.
I never watched the show really.
Oh, you never watched Saved by the Bell?
That wasn't my thing. I mean, it was on, but I just didn't care for it.
My sister watched it, so I watched a decent amount. She had a big crush on Mario Lopez. Who didn't have a crush on Mario Lopez? I was like 6 years old and had a crush on Mario Lopez.
You had a crush on fucking Twister from Rocket Power.
I did.
Fucking sick.
I had a lot of weird crushes when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Still do, really. Bill Pullman. Dude, I am in love with Bill Pullman.
Don't even get into it. Don't even want to get into about Bill Pullman.
We could talk about Spaceballs. I will talk about Spaceballs all night.
We'll talk about Spaceballs and Star Wars in the same episode.
Yes!
But not this episode. Okay, ease there, dude.
Okay.
Fucking don't.
Spaceballs is my favorite movie.
Out.
Spaceballs and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. My two favorite
Clerks,
movies.
I guess.
I also love Clerks.
Clerks is the shit. I'm not supposed to be here today.
Clerks is like the movie that defines our friendship. Because we are Dante and Randall.
Yeah, but we're both Dante around at the same time. Like sometimes we're both Dante, sometimes we're both Randall.
Taking it back.
We're taking it back.
Taking it back.
I love it. I can see.
Taking it back. One ring to rule them all. What the hell is that kid's name? I always forget his name. Elias.
Elias.
It's
Elias.
Yeah.
What a dumbass name. Sorry if you guys have the name Elias, but it's just not common.
If you have the name Elias, let us know.
Piss in my ass.
That's like some Tourette's guy shit right there.
No, that was a South Park.
Oh, well. Anyway, yeah, Dustin Diamond died.
Yeah.
That's where that was going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He had what? Cancer? Did they say what type of cancer? I think lung. Not what time. They did not say what time cancer struck him.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause I know he came like a month ago. He came out saying a month ago or so. He came out saying he had cancer.
It was right after they did they started out with the reboot. They started out with a reboot, and he's not in it. And then they came out.
That's why he died.
Asking.
He's like,
he said,
this is bullshit.
Fucking give me cancer. I'm out.
Stage 4 off the bat.
Stage 4. That's fucked up.
It was fucked up.
But
You're so young, dude.
The thing is that I don't think that he was invited back for the reboot at all because he was such a troublemaker.
He was also a fucking teenager too.
Well, yes. I'm not
20-something years, 30-something years. 30 years was in like late 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
something like that.
I'm sure you've changed a little bit in 20-something years to,
I mean, he was 44. He was probably in his late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, you're gonna be
So it's like
you're gonna be a
20-ish
dickhead
years
when you're a
ago.
fucking teenager. That's just how it is.
Well, he got into a lot of trouble, and I think he had some like either drug or alcohol issues.
Like currently or before?
Well, not currently. He's fucking dead.
No, I mean, you know what I mean, dickwad. But current, like before he died. Dipshit.
No, I don't believe so. But who the fuck am I? I don't know.
Who the fuck are you, dude? Who are you?
I don't know. I'm fucking Slinky. Slink to the
motherfucking bank.
Slink to the bank. Anyway, he had some issues, and I don't think he was invited back to do the reboot. And I think people were like, "Where's Dustin Diamond? Where's Screech? Blah blah blah." And then I think he came out and said, "Oh, I have cancer."
I just kind of ruined the mood of the show. So
yeah, dude, what a fucking buzzkill!
You think they're gonna do the show now? Since he's not there.
He wasn't. He's not in the show anyway.
Fair. But
that was the point. Fuck yeah, they're gonna keep doing the show. Well, Mario Lopez is probably out of hosting gigs and needs something else to do.
Why even do a reboot? If you're not getting all the characters from the original in it. Like, why even do a reboot?
Because no one really cared about Screech.
I cared about Screech, dude.
You just said you didn't even watch it.
I know. But
I like Screech. Screech was actually my favorite character.
I cared about him next. He was in a Dickie Roberts.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Former child star.
No, you keep telling me. I need to see it.
That's sad that he died and passed away. So, if you liked him and you were a big fan of the Bill, then
let us know.
My heart goes out to you.
Let us know. Tell us how sad you are. Tell us your favorite thing he was in, if he was ever in anything else.
I don't think he was in anything else, was he?
You just said he was in something else.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
You just said I care about Screech because he was in Dickie Roberts.
Yeah, but he was in there for like 2 seconds. He was like
but he was in something else.
Yeah, but he's like,
you can't say I liked him because he was in this, and then turn around and say he wasn't in anything else.
Well, I mean,
so wholeheartedly. I mean, like he wasn't in anything else after you just said he was in something else.
When someone tells me they're in something, I mean, like they're in it, like as in like
a real character.
Yeah, like a real character, like a role that's like prominent, not just like he was in this movie for like 4 seconds, or like he had like 5 minutes of screen time in this movie. Like, I don't count that as being in something else necessarily. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I disagree.
Then
and that's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm pretty pissed off right now. I am fucking livid. You can see my face is red, son. Okay, I am highly offended right now by what you said to me.
Are you?
I'm gonna leave.
Fucking please don't.
See ya.
I was gonna say see ya, but then I was like, no wait, you'll leave.
So, do you think if he's in heaven or in hell? If people believe in that, because I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I don't believe she believes in that kind of stuff.
I do not. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. You want to listen to the podcast?
Fuck no, my mom ain't gonna listen. I'm gonna tell her not to listen to this shit, especially after the last episode when I said I liked it out of the tap.
Good point. Fair.
I'm not gonna ask my mother to listen to this.
I think she knows. I'm sure she also likes it out of the tap. Like mother, like daughter.
Gross. I do not want to think about that.
I don't think about it either, but here we are talking about it.
Here we are.
Here we are, coming out the balls.
Coming out the balls, motherfuckers. Heaven or hell? I don't know. Who am I to judge? If there is a heaven or hell, and there is somebody who judges, I am not the person who's going to judge Dustin Diamond as to whether or not he's going to heaven or hell. But if I had to guess, probably hell.
Yeah, he probably did a lot of bad shit.
We're all going to hell.
But I think we're all going to hell, unless you repent.
We'll see that.
For your sins, if not, you're going to go to hell.
We'll see that curly-haired fuck down there.
Oh, yeah, we're dogging it down there.
We're going to fucking take it over.
Dude, how's such a, like...
Watch out, motherfuckers.
People have done such a, there's been so many ideas of what hell is and what people think it is compared to, like, the Bible and whatnot and what goes on down there. And I really like Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, which is a great poem written by Dante Alighieri in the early 14th century from about 1308 to 1321. So talking about 13 years to write the whole poem. Which
long-ass fucking poem.
Yeah, it's 100 chapters. And it's broken into 3 parts. The Inferno.
But does it read like a poem? Because like when I think of a poem, I think of like
rhyming and stuff in stanzas.
Yeah. Like
no, it's not like that at all.
So then why the fuck is it called a poem?
It's just like Shakespeare. All that stuff's technically poems, but they read like not like poems. I guess it's probably changed. It's probably changed since then.
I guess.
Well, the whole book's called A Divine Comedy.
When I think of a poem, I think of one time I was cleaning out my brother's closet after he moved out, and I was moving into his room. My mom and I found this old poem he wrote in school when he was like 7 or 8 years old that says, "Butterfly, butterfly, flutter, flutter. You make my heart feel like peanut butter." And it's my favorite thing in the world. And I think about it all the fucking time. And we found this thing like over 10 years ago. And I think about the fucking poem all the time. So anytime someone says a poem, that's what I think of. And I have a feeling that Dante's Inferno is not like, you make my heart feel like peanut butter.
No, that's about people getting tortured and shit.
Yeah.
And hell.
Butterflies.
Well, it depends. The whole poem is called the Divine Comedy, which people are thinking, why is it called a comedy? It's not funny. It's not funny. But when it comes to a dramatic piece, a comedy is something that ends on a light note or a good ending or has a happy ending.
There's a happy ending.
Because he starts
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, because he starts in the Inferno and he goes through purgatory and he goes into paradise.
Okay.
The whole point.
I have never read it, so that's why you're gonna be.
I'll teach you, young Padawan, and you'll still be a Padawan after it because you'll freaking forget everything.
Probably.
So it starts. He's like walking through his woods and he's basically lost his path, his path of salvation.
Okay.
So he's walking through his woods lost. So Beatrice, who is like this lady in heaven, who is based on a real person named Beatrice, who he loved in real life, but she died young. So she's in heaven and she sees that he's basically lost his way in life and his morals and whatnot and his faith. So she sends Virgil from hell, who is a poet from Roman times, or like early BC era, and who Dante himself actually read and liked and I guess got influence from him.
Was inspired
by him. So anyway, Virgil leads him through hell.
Through hell or to hell?
Through hell. Well, to hell, through hell. He doesn't.
What?
Well, they go to hell and then he splits them.
To and through, got it.
Yeah, to and through. Yeah, to and through. To and through. Just show up somewhere like teleport, like bam, we're here, son.
Goku does.
Yeah, but that's just transmission. What you learn from the yard rats. We're not gonna get on that.
Not today.
Not today, folks.
Not today.
So when they get there, they enter what they call the vestibule of hell. And this is where people who didn't take sides reside at. They didn't take sides, and they only thought for themselves. Here also are the care of the angels, who during the rebellion in heaven between Lucifer and God, they didn't fight for Lucifer, but they didn't fight for God either.
So they're like the Swiss.
Well, yeah, I guess whatever that means.
Switzerland is like known for being like
neutral.
A neutral party.
So these angels are cast.
So they're fucking. What are they? The Swedes. I was like, what the fuck do they call the Switzerland? The Switzerland.
The Switzerlands. The Swits.
The Swits. I'm calling them
the
Swits.
Swiss Army knives.
The Swits.
The Swits.
The Swits. You got it.
So anyway, they're placed here, and they're basically just sad. They're getting basically crying, and they're being chased by swarms of bees and locusts and shit like that. It's pretty fucked up, right? Why is that so funny?
Because all I can think about is the fucking "Why Just Could You Know" skit. My dick flew open and locust.
Your dick flew open. My dick split open and locust flew out.
My dick split open and locust flew out.
So yeah, you said that.
Well, it happened a lot. My dick flew open. Anyway, dicks are splitting open. Locusts are fucking flying. I gotta lock up my dick gate. You gotta lock it up before you go to bed every night.
Dick gate.
That was fucking
anyway.
Open straight up to your garden. I'm a dick garden. Fucking, I got a couple bushes in there. Got a bush.
You go through the fucking gardens with dicks bush. Popping out of fucking bushes and shit. Different colors and shit.
Sizes.
Watering dick bush. The watering pail. That's so messed up. That is fucked.
Giant dicks flying out right in your face.
Anyway, back on track here. So when they go to hell, they actually get to the gates of hell, and above the gates there's an inscription which reads, "Don't make me laugh."
Okay, I will do my best.
"Through me, the way into the suffering city. Through me, the way to the eternal pain. Through me, the way that runs among the lost. Justice urged on my high artificer. My maker was divine authority, the highest wisdom, and the primal love. Before me, nothing but eternal things were made, and I endure eternally. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here."
Ooh, I like that last line.
Well, that's a famous line.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard it before.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of scary movies.
They say that a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's usually when people find the gates of hell. I'm pretty sure that was like that movie As Above, So Below. Have you ever seen that? Probably not. You don't like scary movies, do you?
No, not really. It's scary as in like pop-up jump scares, no, but like
jump scares.
Zombies and stuff like that, and vampires, like, aren't really scary.
Yeah, I agree.
But like shit, it's like, oh, we're just creeping out. Oh shit, pop out, like,
when it's relying on jump scare, Darkness Falls is the shit. That was the first scary movie I ever watched.
Really? That shit still fucks with me to this day.
It fucks you?
No,
The tooth fairy fucks
with
you?
She could, I guess, because
You want to get fucked by that? Huh?
No, I mean, no. I'm saying she probably would fuck me like in a.
She probably would fuck me. Like, I mean, why not? You know?
Not fuck me like an actual.
All right, I got teeth.
I mean, she'll probably fuck me as me and kill me. Like, so I'll get fucked.
I got teeth. You can fuck me.
No,
Girl, that's very only fuck you if you have teeth she can pull out afterwards.
Yeah,
You think that's what she does?
She has slop jobs.
I bet she's got lockjaw from slop jobs.
That's why she has the teeth all over her face.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's back into the delve back into this.
Into the Inferno.
Into the Inferno. So when they go through there, they actually go through the gates. They arrive in limbo, and limbo itself is basically like a diminished form of heaven. So it's not as glorious, but still like you're not getting tortured and shit. You're just chilling, like in a castle in the garden and shit. You're just chilling out.
Just straight chilling.
Well, the people here are basically unbaptized babies. I call them babes. It's funny. And
oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Fuck off, you fucking bitch.
Biatch.
Fucking sing it again, rookie biatch.
You've gotten so good at it. It's perfect.
That's all my favorite lines of the whole movie. Unbaptized babes and virtuous pagans. People who didn't, believe in God, or people who were around before, the Bible's around and shit like that, so they didn't have a chance to.
Is that different than like people who like practice pagan?
I don't know.
Shit, or like is that like a blanket term that has at this point in time transitioned into meaning just pagan? Like is it a religion?
Well, I think pagan means you don't. I think the pagan in this one, because this is about the Christianity, it means pagan who are people who, from what I've read, are people who weren't shown like the Bible, stuff like that. People lived like in BC and shit like that. They didn't know what the Bible existed and whatnot. They didn't know the way.
This is the
to
way.
God. This is the way. This is the way. But so the virtuous pagans, people who basically were pagans, but they lived virtuous. They still had moral lives. They didn't kill people. They didn't fucking fuck around. They didn't murder. I already said kill people, but they lived.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Moralistic lives. So
but you can murder more than just people.
It's true, but you murder as killing an animal murder?
I think so.
Okay. Well, all right. Anyway, so that's the first level. So after that is lust. Before you actually get to lust, you actually get to you see King Minos, or Minos, Herman Colum, and he is the judge of the damned. Now, my favorite part of him is in the video game called Dante's Inferno, which is a great game, which I think everybody should play because it's fucking balls to the wall and so much action and so much gore. And it loosely follows the actual book, but instead of being a poet walking through hell, he's a fucking crusader trying to find Beatrice's soul because Dante sinned and Satan stole her soul. Anyway, souls down here in lust are basically buffeted. I think it's the word buffeted. Like buffet, they go back and forth, hit back and forth.
Not like buffet.
Yeah, not buffet, buffeted.
Like Jimmy Buffeted?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
They're like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. They're sitting there fucking drinking margaritas.
Oh, you fucked around a lot. Here's some margaritas, son. Get tore up.
Get Jimmy Buffeted. Here's a joint and a margarita. Willie Nelson will be down here soon.
That's why I need to do this podcast. Fucking on my nerves. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
No, you're fine. I'm kidding. Okay. So anyway, these people basically carried it's basically violent storms going on in level 2, lust. Basically, souls are being basically smacked back and forth by this wind, getting smacked up against rocks and shit, and it's fucked. Just because in life, they let lust sway their reasons. So in hell, now they're swayed back and forth with this powerful wind and getting hit against rocks and shit like that.
That is interesting. I like that.
After that is gluttony. Gluttony, the souls here, they're basically sitting around and lying down in this foul-smelling slush that's made by a ceaseless, putrid rain that rains on them all the time. They're always wallowing, and they're always fighting each other and shit like that.
Gross.
And in this level, there's also where Cerberus is at,
nice.
Also known as El Gran Worm, the giant worm.
Like vermin.
Yeah, like vermin. Yeah. Like vermin. Vermins.
Like
varmints.
Vermins. People from Vermont. Vermins. Vermont.
Bunch of mice running down there. Like eating people because they smell.
Are there actually people who live in Vermont? I don't think I've ever met someone who's from Vermont.
I mean, I don't really meet a lot of people from anywhere besides Ohio. So.
I don't meet a lot of people from anywhere. If you're from Vermont, let us know. And what do you call yourself? Do you call yourself Vermins?
You're so fucking stupid sometimes.
What do you call you? Vermontians? Because that's fucking stupid. Don't call yourself
Vermontites.
Vermontites.
We crossed those Ohioans, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, but it actually works. Vermontians does not work.
Vermontites? I don't know.
Vermontites? None of them work.
Verms? I have no idea.
Verms?
I don't know. Look it up, bro.
They call themselves Verms?
Maybe.
Verms? I don't know. Let us know. Are you from Vermont? Do you know someone from Vermont? Have you ever been to Vermont?
Is Vermont even real?
Does Vermont
anything real?
even
Is
exist?
anything real? Is this just the Matrix? Find out next
I
time.
don't think Vermont even exists.
I think Vermont exists. They're probably trying to stay away from the Midwest because we're pretty fucked over here.
Is Vermont? Vermont is definitely in the East Coast.
It's like, let's see if she fucks us up.
I swear to God, I'm only this stupid when you're around.
Thanks.
I don't know what it is.
Glad to know that you smarten up when I'm not around.
Oh, it's like it. Yeah, it happens.
Wow, blame me for your fucking downfall.
It's not my downfall. It might make us money.
Anyway, this is where Cerberus is. So after that, they will walk past him. They throw like mud in his mouth to keep him occupied because he's fucking a dickhole. So they get the greed. And people here are basically people who hoarded stuff and squandered. Who basically hoarded shit. Hoarded stuff. All their possessions are people who spent so much to get stuff.
Dude,
they spent like all their money to get shit. And here,
actual shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the 1300s.
Also, love hoarders.
The
show. I don't like that people. Oh, just kidding. I've never known a hoarder personally, so I might actually like them as a person. But
I've seen some. They're pretty nice. Their house is a fucking mess. Anyway, so here in level 4, which is greed.
How many levels are there?
There's 9.
Jesus.
9 levels.
This
and
is forever.
24 circles. We won't shut. I'm just kidding.
It is my fault.
JK.
Sorry, everybody.
Keep being stupid.
If this keeps dragging on, I apologize. It is 100% my fault.
Here, these souls basically push big ass boulders with their chests back and forth at each other, like they're jousting.
With their chests?
Yeah, their chests. Yeah, they're bound to push with their chests. Yeah, ow. Yeah, it's hell.
Fair point. But ow.
Yeah, ow's right.
That would hurt like
they
a
joust.
motherfucker.
I always run around this giant circle, and they always yell at each other, "Why do you waste and why do you squander?"
Wow.
Yeah,
that's like some cult shit.
That's some cult shit. Well, religion's cult.
Is hell a cult?
Probably.
Hell is not a cult.
It might be. You never know, dude. Maybe it's just a fucking like a.
Who's the cult leader? You can't say Satan is the cult leader.
He's probably the cult leader. We'll get to that.
It's Hitler.
We'll get to that. Well, probably not back then. It's Hitler.
Okay,
700 years ago.
It's
probably some other king or some biatch. Anyway,
some other biatch.
Anyway, once they get past greed, they go to wrath or anger. And wrath or anger, the circle of that is the river Styx.
Okay, all right, which I'm familiar with from all my other mythology shit that I've learned.
Anyway, here you have the wrathful, the actively wrathful or anger, or the people who are passively angry.
Oh, like passive aggressive?
Kind of, I guess, like that.
I'm passive aggressive. I'm not gonna lie.
But anyway, people. And they're all in this water, actively wrathful, or basically on the top of the water, or above the water, fighting each other, while the passive wrathful are underneath the water, because they never actually expressed their anger. They kept it inside.
Oof.
So
that's me. It's me, everybody.
Yeah, so that's the passively angry or wrathful people. So they go through Styx, and they're led through the Styx by the boatman Phlegius, which is a cool name, I think. In the game, he's a badass, like, giant monster you ride on and fuck shit up. But not in the book. He's just a ferryman.
Fuck the book. Play the game.
Fuck the book.
Play the game.
I was gonna bring the book too, and I forgot. But
wow, what a fucking failure! Honestly, fuck the book. Play the game. Should have brought the game. What's the game?
I have a PS3.
I don't.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Is it not
I don't know. They should remake it. That'd be great.
Fucking backwards compatible or whatever.
I don't know.
Probably. You can play a lot of Xbox games on the Xbox One.
Well, they have Xbox One doesn't have it either.
Well, fucking garbage.
Anyway, after they make it through Wrath, they come to the city of Dis, which is basically like what?
Like this. Like what? This what?
Like this.
This dick.
That got me so good.
You did not see that coming.
I did not see
you
that
didn't
coming.
see this dick coming at all.
Oh my fuck. God, we're stupid.
Got you good, you fucker.
Got you good, you fucker. I'll look a bar of soap. I'll look a dick in my coffee.
Oh, hell. Give me the soap.
Oh, hell. Oh, give me the goddamn soap.
Oh, shit. I just laughed so hard I pulled something in my back. That's how
You fucking old bitch.
You old bitch.
You old scraggly bitch. Like a god.
Scraggly?
Yeah, scraggly. You need a fucking cane. You need a walker.
I do need a cane. I just need I need a fucking cybernetic leg.
Oh, you need a lot of
cybernetic enhancements.
You need a lot of things before you get some of that.
True.
Yeah, true.
True.
Anyway, so dis is another word for Satan and whatnot.
Well, he is a dick, so
yeah, he's a dick. He's a big old dick.
Big old
fucking cock slinging between his legs.
Imagine going down to hell and just here comes Satan.
It's in the game. It's in the game.
And he has a big dick in the game?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when you find him at the end of the game.
And it's just swinging?
Oh, I'll show you a video after this. I'll show you a video. It's fucking swinging. It's fucking big, son. Like, you'll be like, God damn, dude. Like, this dude's hung as like a fucking horse, dude. That's bad. But you don't see it at first. You're like, because you're not looking at his fucking, you're looking at his fuking face because it's like all burnt and shit. But you look down, it's like fucking swinging. Like, just fucking
swinging.
like a pendulum on a clock. It's fucking just. The funny thing is like flaccid, so it's not even hard. It's fucking just like.
Wouldn't it be weirder if it was hard?
It would, but I'm saying it probably gets.
It would have been so weird. If you're playing a game and here comes Satan with his giant swanging dick and it's hard as shit.
It's a special attack.
Special attack.
Just shoots out. Just shoots.
Fucking dick flying out. See, it all comes full circle.
Okay, where was it? City of Dis.
He had a big dick. That's where
He had a big dick. Okay, but I'm gonna go back to the actual main story.
Oh, got it. Your actual notes.
The actual notes.
Bullshit. Bullshit. We made notes for this episode. It's probably gonna suck because of it.
Whatever. It's something to talk about.
Fuck it.
So they go to Dis, which is like basically like a city that encapsulates the last 3 circles of hell. And here it's guarded by fallen angels. Obviously, who fought against, God and rebellion and whatnot. So they get there and they're like, you can't enter, fuck you, get the fuck out of here.
Get fuck out.
Yeah, get fuck out, get fucked. Get wrecked. And so an angel comes from above and opens the door some way, somehow, some magic wand, some fairy bullshit. So they get in the Dis, and the 6th circle here is heresy, basically heretics. And here they basically these guys are trapped in burning sepulchers.
What?
Sepulchers.
What the fuck is that?
They have like a tomb.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not a word for it. I think it sounds fancy. A sepulcher. Sepulcher. Wait, how am I spell it again? Sorry, I'm fucking stupid. Let me know where's the word heresy. Yeah, sepulchers. It's basically like a tomb. And they're basically sitting in these burning tombs. And they just sit there and get fucking burned to death. Or burned more. They're already dead? They're already dead. Anyway.
That's where Dustin Diamond's at right now.
Probably. Heresy. Nice friend. The next circle, violence. Violence is cool. Violence is cool. Violence,
not a sponsor.
Not sponsored domestic violence.
Any kind of violence, not just domestic.
If she in your lips, you know what I'm saying? A little backhand.
Fucking sing it again, Rookie Biatch.
Sing it in Rookie Biatch.
So stupid. It doesn't even make sense.
Anyway, so you get the next level is violence. Violence is broken into 3 rings. Violence against others, violence against oneself, and violence against God, nature, and art. So,
what's violence against God?
I'll show you. Well, it'll come up.
You're gonna show me?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you, bitch. I'm gonna sodomize somebody.
Whoa!
That's violence against art, nature, and God. Anyway,
but isn't that?
I'll tell you. Just slow down. If you can have the game.
I'm so sorry.
So in violence, the first ring is against violence against your neighbors. Here, people, because they spilled so much blood, killing people, they now sit in what my favorite river of hell is called the Phlegethon. Which would be a great band name like Styx. But it's called the Phlegethon, and it's basically a river of boiling blood.
That's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so here, they're basically, the souls are basically put in it, and they basically only come up so much above, like the water or whatever, the blood.
The blood.
And on the shores of this river are centaurs, and they basically shoot anybody who comes up further than what they're supposed to.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why they're centaurs, but it's random mythology.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not? The next level is violence against oneself, and this is the woods of suicide.
Right.
So basically, here people who didn't care enough for their bodies in life, basically they get denied their body in hell. So basically, these people are basically born again as trees.
But would you really want a body in hell? Because that's just like another avenue that you could get tortured.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, they get
right?
tortured too. Born to these gnarled looking trees. And harpies come and feed off them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the harpies basically claw them and tear their fucking bark off, which
Could be their skin,
causing them
basically,
pain.
essentially.
Yeah. And then after that, there's the next ring of violence is violence against God, nature, and art, which basically consists of blasphemers, sodomites, and usurers. I forgot what that means. But anyway, each one of them. So level 3 is basically like you have this, basically like a desert, and it's raining fire. So ring of violence. It's basically like a desert, and there's fire raining down on top of you. The blasphemers lay down on the ground on the burning sand. The sodomites run in circles for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
This is a random thing.
And then the usurers are huddled and weeping.
Even weirder.
Weird. I don't know how it's makes you any. I don't know how it's a punishment.
Maybe it's weird because we just don't know what that word means.
Usurers. I think it's like they sell stuff.
So like snake oil salesman. Those are my favorite kind of salesman. Snake oil. Not a sponsor.
An usurer is a person who lends money at unreasonably high rates of interest.
So it's a loan shark.
Yeah. I guess a loan sharks are fucking gonna get the violence.
They deserve it.
I don't think they deserve it.
I don't know. I've never known a loan shark.
Banks are the same thing, so what's the fuck's the difference?
Well, I don't know. Banks are sharks.
Not a sponsor.
Banks, not a sponsor. Sharks, definitely a sponsor.
So they come to, at the center, there's a hole. And this is where the rivers of hell meet up, and they flow down this hole.
Okay.
And so the only way to get down is there's a monster that comes up called Garyon, and he's a winged monster with a scorpion-like tail, hairy arms, a reptile body, and a face like a man. And he basically carries Dante and Virgil down to the 8th circle of hell. The 8th circle of hell is called as fraud, but it's also called the Malabulge, which means evil pits or evil ditches.
It's like bitches with ditches.
And here, the Malabulge is broken into 10 semicircles.
Semis? Are you going through every single semicircle? Jesus, all right. Fucking buckle in, folks.
So you
we
have 10.
fucking go.
So you have the panders and seducers, the flatterers who exploit people. You have the Simenacs, which are people who sell church rolls or church offices or sell sacred objects of the church.
Okay.
Sorcerers, like, your like alchemists, but like your fortune tellers and shit like that, magicians.
Okay.
And you have your berators, which are basically like politicians who are corrupt and they hold their office for their own personal gain.
Which is like all of them.
Yeah, basically. There's hypocrites, the thieves, the counselors of fraud, which are basically people who advise others to be fraudulent. And then you have the sowers of discord, people who basically want to like create schism in the natural things.
Like the song from Tool.
Yeah, but a lot more darker. But yeah, schism, good song. And then the last ones are the falsifiers, which are made up of the alchemists, the imposters, counterfeiters, and perjurers. Now, each one of these are punished in their own way. So, like, some people stand and shit as they fight each other.
Ew.
Some,
what is that? I don't want to do that. So what do I have to avoid doing?
Being a flatterer.
And which one was that?
What do you mean?
Like, what do they do?
Flatterers, they exploit people.
Okay, I think I'm okay. Don't worry, everybody. I'm not gonna have to stand and shit. And
Please worry. There's some people that start with Discord are hacked by demons with a large sword, and they walk in a circle, and then they get their shit regrows back, and they get hacked again.
Oh my god!
Some people are.
That's cool. I want to be one of those.
No, you don't. Some people are putting boiling tar.
Dude, I want to be fucking Piccolo, regenerate my limbs and shit.
Yeah, but you're gonna feel the pain of getting your shit cut off.
Yeah.
It's not just your arms that just get hacked anywhere, really.
All right. What was the next one? I'm sorry, I talked.
People like the Berators are basically sit in boiling tar and they fight each other.
Pass.
And demons rip their flesh off.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
I don't want that one. Definitely hack my
Definitely don't want that one.
Hack my limbs off, please. If I have to pick one.
The sorcerers aren't bad because all the sorcerers they have their heads on backwards. No big deal.
Yeah, that's kind of weird though.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a minor inconvenience. Yeah, sign me up for that one. I have to be a sorcerer?
Yeah, gotta be a sorcerer. Go cast a magic spell, you bitch. Cast a fucking spell.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna be a magician.
God damn, dude. Don't go watch that. Not a sponsor for Magic Act.
I'm gonna put it on our YouTube channel.
God damn.
Sticks and stones. With disease.
Thieves are chased and bitten by snakes and reptiles, and with their hands behind their back, basically bound behind their back. Anyways, that's fraud. It's been up to 10 levels, and I guess fraud itself is like basically almost like a funnel shape. Like a funnel shape. It's almost like a cone, and each circle gets smaller as it goes down.
Okay.
So they get to the last circle. At the end, well, not last, but the last semicircle of fraud. There's the giants, are in this like well, so like you can see them like waist up from where they're at, and then they're lasered in the ninth circle, but their torso and stuff is like above, so it's like you're standing in a well, and like so they'd be standing up like right here. Basically, standing in a hole.
I get what you're saying.
So there's 4 giants there.
In a hole, not a ditch.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference.
Yes, but I'm not. We'll get into that later.
We got into that in the last episode.
So go here, back. A bunch of people. There's a bunch of giants from Greek mythology, like Antaeus, Abraris, Ephaltes, and Nimrod.
Okay.
So Nimrod, when you hear someone call you Nimrod, which is a term people use for being stupid.
Which I hear that.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
What, Nimrod?
Yeah.
Well, Nimrod was actually a giant who, in I guess Christian mythology, he tried to build he built the Tower of Babel, which tried to reach God and had like people climb up it, but obviously God smited these people and knocked them down and made everybody speak a different language.
Sick.
And that's why we have the term babble, like fucking you babbling fuck.
Babbling fuck. We babble.
Yeah, we do babble a lot.
We babble a lot. We're fucking babblers.
So anyway,
babblers and jabblers.
Jabblers. I'm jabbling.
I'm babbling. I'm jabbling. I'm rabbling.
After they get to there, the giants lower them down to the ninth circle. Now the ninth circle is on the frozen lake of Cocytus or Cocytus, which is a great name. Yeah, I like Cocytus better. But here it's basically cold. It's frozen, so it's kind of the opposite. People think of how like fiery and dismal. It's actually cold. This level is called treachery.
Okay.
So this is broken into 4, I guess, rounds itself, like 4.
Another 4?
Yeah.
Jesus.
4, and it's basically broken into.
How big is this place?
It's 24 semicircles. If you think about it, it's nine circles.
Yeah, but how big is every circle?
I don't know. It depends. I'll get into that later.
What?
I'll get into that later. Anyway, treachery is broken into 4 circles. You have Cana, Antenora, Ptolemy, and Judeca. People in Cana are basically traitors of kin, so named after Cain, who killed Abel. So people here are basically in ice up to their basically shoulders, and they can basically bend their neck down
to look around and see how fucked they are.
No, basically bend their neck, they shelter themselves from the cold. It's cold as fuck down there, so they're in ice. The second one is Antenora, who was like I think a Greek or Trojan. These are traitors of their country or to their country, and he was basically Antenora was an actual soldier who basically gave up his city to Greece or something like that, or to the Trojans. One other. Here, basically, it's the same thing as the last part is that they're frozen up to their heads in ice, so they can't move their necks. They're just frozen there. I'm frozen. The next circle is Ptolemy, which is a traitor to guests, which named after some king named Ptolemy, who basically invited his father-in-law and his sons over to a dinner and killed them.
Oh, nice.
Here, people lay on the ice with their eye sockets frozen from the tears.
Oh!
And basically have like crystal visors on their eyes from all the tears they've wept.
What?
And basically their tears freeze over and they're denied the comfort of weeping.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sick.
That's sick nasty.
Sick nasty. That's nasty sickness.
Fucking down with it. Down with it, sick nasty.
Down with the sick nasty. Get up, come on, get down with the sick nasty. The last round of Circle 4 is Judeca, named after Judas Iscariot. He gave up Jesus Christ. And this level is the traitors to their lords. And all the souls here are encapsulated fully in ice.
Damn.
Like blocks of ice. And they're just twisted and distorted. And it's just quiet here. Because everybody's entombed in ice.
Yeah, everyone's in fucking ice.
Yeah. So, after that, they get to the very center. This is where Satan is. He's trapped waist deep in ice. He has 3 faces.
Satan?
Yeah, Satan.
Wait, why is he waist deep in ice?
Because he's Satan. He's
Can't he just fucking swing his big D and break out of the ice?
As in the game. Which he's trapped in the ice too, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, he's basically trapped like waist deep in the ice because he's Satan. He's the opposite of God. Okay. So he's trapped in ice. He has 3 faces. He still has 6 wings though, like he was when he was an angel because he was a seraphim, and seraphims have 6 wings, supposedly in the angel or Christianity mythology. And his wings are beating, obviously are like beating, which creates the icy winds of treachery. Why are you laughing?
I was just thinking of like his wings like beating off.
You got too much dick on the mind. God damn it.
Just Satan's.
Just Satan's. I'm sure you'll feel it one day.
Prepare to get fucked by the long dick of the law.
So his 6 wings are always beating, creating the icy winds in hell, which further keeps him trapped in the ice. Mm-hmm. And he's crying. So each three faces crying tears.
He's supposed to be a badass, though.
I know, but he's not.
So, like,
yeah,
why the fuck is he crying? Like, what a bitch. Satan's a bitch. You heard it here first, guys. Satan's a fucking bitch.
Well,
totally a sponsor.
Well, there's more. See, in each mouth, there is what they consider the 3 most treacherous people ever to exist, which are...
Hitler?
No, fuck off. Maybe not, but not back then. So in each of his mouth, he has Marcus, Brutus, and Cassius.
I knew Brutus was going to be
who were basically people who killed Julius Caesar, which what Dante thought was like, he was like the best leaders, and basically was like, made Italy like shit. Like, basically
all of that thinking for the word shit.
Made Italy break apart, and basically they thought like he was like Joseph was one of the best leaders ever. So they're basically Satan's mouth getting chewed on on their legs. Those are on his side faces. In his front face, he has Judas Iscariot. He was basically being chewed on. Basically, his head is getting gnawed on.
Nice.
And he's getting like, and he keeps like, and Satan keeps like tearing his back up with his claws and shit like that.
That's fucking sick.
And then Dante and Virgil go on Satan's back, like climb down. And as they pass like through like the middle of the earth, gravity like flips because on the other side of the planet. So they basically turn around climbing and climb up his legs.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and then that's where they reach the Mountain of Purgatory. But yeah, that's the Inferno, which I think is the best part. Because I think that's just boring. Like, you get the Purgatory and talk about people. Like, Purgatory is kind of cool because it deals with sins, people who repented late in life. So some people there are like, you know, the proud are basically sitting there and they get to walk around with these big ass stones on their back. And you have people who are wrathful, who are basically walk through blind smoke all day long. So that's weird. But that's for another time. I want to read like half of that. The Purgatory. I think Inferno is the best. And they made a game based on it, so.
Yeah, well, and it's also referenced in a lot of pop culture.
Oh yeah, I think it's so dark and macabre that people like that better than
I fucking love
the
it.
happy shit.
I love dark shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand happy shit.
Dude, the game is
the fuck out of
the game is great
shit.
because in the game Dante it follows the same lines, but the story itself is different. It's not about a poet going through hell to find his way back to the right way. And he's basically a soldier during the Crusades. And before he left, he promised his girlfriend or wife, whatever, Beatrice, that he would remain faithful while he was out and about. And so he goes out to guard these prisoners of war, and he starts killing a bunch of them. He starts sleeping with some of them. There's all this other shit. And so when the war ends, he goes back home and finds out that she's dead, lying in a fucking, like, out back of their house, dead. He's like, oh shit, how this happened? And next thing you know, you see her soul, like, oh, I'm dead, this, that, and the other. And next thing Satan comes up and grabs her, like, yeah, she made a bet that you would be faithful, or I would get her soul. So then,
what a dirty dog! Satan knew.
Satan grabs her and takes her to hell. So Dante goes into hell, basically fighting all these demons to get her soul back.
It's like a Hercules kind of thing.
Yeah. And so that's cool. They go down there, you get a fucking scythe, you start killing these demons.
Yeah,
and each level of stuff is cool. Yeah, it's a good game. If you have an Xbox 360, you should get it.
I'll have to look it up because, like I said, there's a lot of
Xbox
360 games are like they're backwards compatible or whatever, so I can play it on the Xbox One.
Yeah, you should. It's a really good. Fucking.
I'll check it out.
That's dope. That's a dope fucking game. Probably my favorite. It's actually made by the same people that made God of War. So if you ever play God of War, it's like the same mechanics. So the game's good. Yeah, the thing's got a big old dick swinging at the end when you meet him. It's actually a good game. They actually made a movie on it too. There's an animated movie based on the game, which I'll bring over some time for us to watch. It's badass, and it changed the animation style. Yeah, it's baller. It changed.
Baller.
It is. It changed the animation styles too during the movie. Like first
in the middle of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Like a few times, it just changes.
Is it depending on like what level of what stage is in?
Yeah, it does, but I don't think it doesn't particularly anything to do with the stage itself. It just changes after every few levels. It's pretty dope.
Huh.
We're gonna watch it. It's really gory, and that basically follows the video game.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's good. But one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite stories. So it's really hard to read too. The one I have is like translated from it was actually in the 80s translated, and still some of the stuff still is harder to understand. It has like the Shakespearean style kind of like.
I struggle with that.
Yeah, it's hard. The book, not my dick.
Thank you so much for the clarification.
Like a Tourette's guy.
You look, it wasn't hard. I mean, this thing, not my dick.
Anything else to talk about?
Well, I can tell you that I got really excited about the new the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer that was released the other day.
I still haven't watched that yet, so I don't know.
Have you kept up with the last few movies?
No.
Like the Godzilla movies or the Kong movie that came out a couple years ago?
No, still no.
I was making
still
sure
no.
both of them.
Both. be left.
Both series, I guess. Anyway, really excited about it. You are a Godzilla fan, right? Not necessarily a Kong fan.
Yeah, Kong doesn't like it's just giant ape. Godzilla's like badass looking because he was fucking shooting lasers and shit out of his mouth. And
Godzilla's the fucking.
He's way better.
He's the fucking man.
Yeah,
he's
really
man.
a lizard, but he's really a man. He's actually a man in a lizard costume. You gotta do the original Japanese ones.
The lizard man.
Lizard people. That's like tell us.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make a real.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Hopefully, I have my cybernetic enhancements by then. I'll put up a fight.
I don't think you will.
No. Anyway, what I'm really excited about is there are a lot of rumors out there that it's going to be, instead of it being actually Godzilla versus Kong, it's going to be Godzilla and Kong versus Mechagodzilla.
Yeah,
and Mechagodzilla is my shit.
You shit?
Yes, I shit out.
So every time you take a shit, it's just a Mechagodzilla toy?
Yeah, not even a toy, it's just actually Mechagodzilla.
A mold of shit.
Every time I shit, there's one tiny little piece of Mechagodzilla. So by the time I'm like 80 years old, I'm going to have enough pieces to actually make
But you flushed them, or did you save them?
No, I save them. Do you want to see my collection?
Not a sponsor of saving shit pieces.
You want to see my collection?
I don't. I'll pass on the collect.
But I'm really excited, and I really hope that's the case here. I hope the rumors are true, because I will lose my fucking mind.
Will you?
Yeah, they're doing
even more so than already is lost.
Oh yeah, it's gone, but it'll be
way more gone.
Yeah,
straight gone into fucking shell reformers.
Like, what happened?
Your mom will be uploading to the AI, upload the fucking projector of the movie screen.
They'll be like, "What happened to her?" And be like, "Mechagodzilla. That's what happened." I'll lose it.
Hope that doesn't. Somebody won't have a podcast anymore. Just be fucking gone. He's like, "Hey man," I'm like, "Hey, talk." You're like,
Mechagodzilla. You have to like control me
I don't want
like a robot.
How do I do that?
I don't know, with a fucking
put my hand
remote
up your ass
control.
like a puppet.
No, thank you. I was going like the remote control route.
Well, I was gonna do a puppet.
Fucking controller, maybe. What's 2021, dude?
I was gonna do anything.
What?
Wham!
Oh, what the hell were you gonna have me say in the baby voice?
Take out the mickle.
Take it outside the Mickey. Taco Baco, Tiki outside the Mickey.
Did the apple babbles.
Apple babble. Come on, that apple babble, Navy hook.
This is fucking bollocks, mate.
This fucking bollocks, matey. I the captain now, matey. Hey, mateys, I the captain.
I really need to find somebody else on this podcast. This is fucking bollocked, mate. This is fucking bollocks. I can't do a good voice like you can.
This is bollocks, matey.
I can't do it like you do. You have it fucking perfect.
A lot of practice.
Talk like a fucking baby. Fucking baby speak.
All the fucking time. All the time. For no reason. Just to annoy people. Back to business. Godzilla vs. Kong comes out March 31st, I do believe. And they're doing a dual release. So if you have HBO Max, then you can watch it with the at-home release for free. Or you can see it in theaters. So we've taken advantage of that the last couple of months. They did the new Wonder Woman movie was on HBO Max. It sucked.
It sucks. Not a sponsor.
It was just not that good. I like Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman was good, but that one was just not that good. And then they had another new movie that just came out, and it was called The Little Things, and that just released a few days ago. That one was really, really good. Saw a lot of reviews saying that people didn't like it. It has Denzel.
Fucking love Denzel, dude. Denzel's one
I
of the
don't
best
know how to
actors.
say the guy's name. Rami Malek.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
Well, I don't know how to say his name. He played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. He's also in Mr. Robot, but I've never seen it. I've just heard a lot of really good things about it. Jared Leto.
What a horrible Joker.
He was a horrible Joker. But that's like, well, I could go on for a whole episode about Jokers.
He's good in the Dallas Buyers Club, and
he's good in everything
except that movie.
Except he was just a terrible Joker.
I'll do it in American Psycho.
I've only seen that once
with
Christian Bale.
Funny that they're both in Batman movies.
Yeah, but not the same one. Not the same series.
It's crazy. He's a singer.
I can't believe he's an actor.
I can't believe he's a singer and they became an actor. It's just weird.
It is weird. Like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
Yeah. That was years later, though. He was singing, and years later he started doing film.
Yeah.
Like, Driller was doing films in like the 90s.
Still.
When his band, I think, wasn't even like barely off the ground, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh my
Break me down.
It's a good song.
Marry me, I am.
It's a good song, dude. I love how often you sing on here.
Hear me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Who the fuck else am I talking to?
I don't think I was supposed to sing on here.
Yeah, you sang last week twice.
What I sang?
I just remember being
It wasn't
like,
the podcast. I wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, the fish
Because I said-
lands, their tears stained eyes. No.
Because I said, but you guys didn't think we were going to get poison on here. Nothing but a good time.
Nothing but a good time.
Anyway, forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the movie, the little things.
The little things.
Little things.
It was really good. It was kind of a slow burn. A lot of people said they didn't like it. It was really good at acting. I really liked the ending, but a lot of people didn't like the ending, which is,
What's it about? You didn't talk about what it's about yet.
Denzel's a police officer. He's a sheriff. And so is Rami Malek. And they work for different jurisdictions, basically. Denzel has to come to the other jurisdiction to pick up evidence for a case or some shit like that. And
So like, you mean jurisdiction, you mean like a precinct?
well, I think he works for like the sheriff's office.
Oh, okay.
And then he works for like state police or something like, I can't remember exactly, but they do work for two separate entities. So Denzel used to actually work at the other place that Rami Malek works at. Basically, he took over his position when he left.
Okay.
So they run into each other. They start talking. He starts to help him out with a case that is very similar to a case that he had when he was there. Yes. And he never solved it. So it was like a serial killer kind of thing. They basically ran him out of town because he got so involved into this
Denzel,
case.
you mean?
Yes. He got so involved in the case, ended up having like a heart attack, and they shipped him off somewhere else. They end up basically teaming up to try and solve this this case.
I love tag teams, dude.
Yeah. Tag teams, dude. I could start talking about tag teams. I could start talking about WWE. Edge is back, so is Christian. My favorite tag team of all time. Anyway, not what we're talking about. The movie's really good. Give it a shot. And if you don't like it, tell me about it. And tell me why you didn't like it. I don't care that you wasted 2 hours of your life. Just tell me.
Was the ending even good?
I liked the ending. A lot of people did not like the ending.
Why? Just
I don't want to spoil it.
okay. We'll talk about it after this.
Okay, I will.
Okay, because I'm not gonna watch it. I don't have HBO Max or the fuck it's on.
I'll tell you about it later. So basically, that's about it. That's all I got right now. Really. Thanks for
joining us today on this podcast. Of just again, we try to say I'm more of a
we kind of stuck to an outline.
outline. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Don't mind me.
We still strayed off topic a little bit.
It's
a lot.
A lot, really.
Actually.
Don't a lot of them.
So these are kind of, I do feel like, two vastly different episodes because yesterday,
the last one,
when we sat down, we had zero idea what we were going to talk about, and it just kind of naturally
evolved into us doing what we usually do all day. It's just going back and forth, and it's like, oh, that makes me think of this, which is totally something, totally on the opposite scale of things.
Right, and this time we decided to have a little bit more structure. So, kind of give us some feedback whether or not you like the structure-based or... Well, of course, structure-based with us still going off topic, or
just more off topic.
Just us
with no structure,
starting somewhere and just seeing what happens. So we want to kind of give you some options as to what you guys like.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk about anything, just tweet us or email us or whatever you want to do. That way we can talk about stuff you want to hear about. Because I have no problem doing that, because I'll talk about anything.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll find something interesting to talk about, like about whatever topic it is. So we really need some help from you guys. We need you guys to share our stuff on social media, follow us on social media, get the word out there. If every person who listens to this and enjoys it could just tell one other person and suggest it to one other person, it would do a lot of good.
Yeah, tremendous amounts of good for us.
So our social media, when we type up the description for the episode, I'll put all of our handles and stuff like that on there, so you can find us on all social media. You can find our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is not named Greasy Geesies because we plan on putting other content up there. So it's as our, like, for lack of a better term, it's like our parent company.
Yeah, for now. But the channel name is, again, as we told, Sticks and Stones with Z's.
Yes.
Is the name of the channel.
So Sticks, it starts, so it would be STICKZ and...
The word and.
ST.
Not like an ampersand.
Yes. And STONEZ.
The word and come from ampersand, you think?
I would assume so.
Fair. Go on.
And then Twitter is at Greasy Geesies. Instagram is Greasy Geesies Podcast. Facebook, look us up, Greasy Geesies. Go to our Buzzsprout page. Find us there. Find us everywhere. Just Google us. At this point, we should be on
most of your major things that represent podcasts or have podcasts on there.
But I guess if you're already listening to this, then you probably already know that we're on
everything.
But let your friends know.
Yeah,
if your friend has an iPhone and you don't, let them know we're on iTunes. If they've got an Android, let them know that we're on Google Podcasts. We're on
Spotify. You know,
yeah.
Shit, everybody can download Spotify. A lot of people I know have Spotify.
Yeah, I've been promoting Spotify a lot because I know a lot of people use Spotify.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just let people know. Like I said, if you could just let one person know after you listen to this, get one other person to listen, then hopefully we can do this each week. And if everybody tells one other person, then we can really grow and we can do a lot more with this show.
Yeah.
Our plan right now, I think, is to release hopefully every other week, get together a week and record, and the next week get together and edit and try and come up with ideas for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, hopefully we'll be on a consistent basis of every other week.
Yeah, try to at least. I mean, obviously things come up in life that, sick or shit comes up like plans, whatever.
Right. Like you having a baby.
Well, yeah, too, but like, life stuff.
We don't know how that's going to affect. I mean, I'm sure that there's going to be a good portion of time where we're not recording. But like I said, if you follow us on social media, then we'll keep you updated. We'll let you know if we're not going to be able to do it one week or if the schedule is going to change. But right now we're kind of looking at every other Monday.
Yeah, more or less.
It's possible we could switch up, but who knows?
Yeah. Life is a mystery. Life's a garden, dig it. But anyway, I was going to say, she's dying here. Anyway, I was going to say, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. If you had a long day at work, I hope it's better now. And I hope everything goes good for you guys.
And if you're a dick, fuck off.
Yeah, but at least listen to our podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point they've already listened to it.
End of the podcast, but
listen to our next one.
Yeah, hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day at work or at school or at home. You're off from work.
Yeah, and
trying to get killed or get in a car accident. Just peace, love, and tranquility, my man.
Yeah.
Or woman.
Yeah.
Kid.
And,
dude, guy, pal, buddy, friend.
And be careful, because the last thing you want to do is get locked.
I think outside your winkle.
I was gonna go get lockjaw from slop jobs.
Yeah. Well, if we're not giving a slop job, then you're not gonna get lockjaw. Or do you get a slop job, which causes you to have lockjaw? Did both people get the lockjaw? You're like, what the fuck is this?
You gave me lockjaw.
Goddamn vermin. But I think that's all we have tonight, guys. So until next time here, this is PB Gauch signing off.
Slinky out.
All right. Bye.
See ya.